Hello folks, I hope you're all keeping well. So in this vlog I'm going to be talking about my experience with BJJ. It's something I just tried out there last Saturday, and in this video I'm going to be trying to give some of my opinions, tips and kind of a wee bit of information about myself. I'm going to be trying to upload videos once a week, vlogs and my experience on my life. I'm going to be talking about training tips, tutorials and piles of stuff. So this video is going to be like a voiceover. It's going to be me training and then me talking about my experience and kind of giving you a wee bit of like an insight of what's actually going on in my head while I'm doing it. So here we go folks, check it out. So as you can see, we're going to be starting off here straight away. Obviously, like, I'm new to BJJ, so kind of going through these kind of training techniques and stuff like that, there's obviously a lot different. For me, boxing for about 10 years and then jumping into something like this here, it's going to feel really strange, and at the minute I'm feeling very awkward as I'm on the ground. And obviously he's got me from behind, so I'm kind of like struggling to understand what's actually going on. I don't really know the moves that well, although he did explain everything really good, and he had me really well prepared. But the minute obviously things started happening there as he was trying to choke me out, I found it hard to kind of understand what truly was going on. Like, he obviously had my feet there, he had his feet around me, and he was trying to choke me out, and I'm trying to like fight that off with my hands, but he's got my feet locked in there, so I can't really get up high enough to protect myself from getting choked out. So yeah, that's what's basically happening at the minute. And now you can see me sort of like trying to get away from that, and every time I get away from it, you know, he's putting his hand obviously back around. There you go, see, straight away. So I dropped my hand there, which I've looked back on now and seen that I've dropped my hand, and now he's got my neck. Not really in the best of positions there too, trying to push his leg off me. There we go, I got his leg. Oh, but look at that, look how flexible he has. Flip me, he's really flexible, this guy, obviously, and he knows what he's doing. But that's the whole point. You don't want to just go in there with a beginner as well and not really have a clue what you're doing. So he obviously knows what he's doing. So I'm struggling again to try to get away. He keeps wrapping his legs around me. I'm trying to bridge up. That was something that David was kind of talking about, and I'll get more into David in a second. But you can see I'm trying to struggle still. He's got me now. Yeah, this is at the start of the video where you see me tapping out. He's got me here. I wasn't really actually got my neck. I just couldn't cope with the pressure on my chin. He was actually more having my chin that was pressing right in. So obviously I have to get through that pain barrier as well. And this is one thing that I noticed. Like, boxing, obviously it's really like cardiovascular, and you know, you're using your muscles as well. But to jump into something like this here, I was like, right, I'm strong, I'm fit. But it was a whole different ball game, and yeah, I was just like struggling so hard to like keep my muscles under control, and they were burning up. Lactic acid, I was using ATP, all my energy systems were firing up, and my muscles were absolutely wrecked. And this is a couple of days later now that I'm vlogging this, so I'm telling you now that my muscles were absolutely in pain, and I'm still in pain. So yeah, I really did work out pretty hard that day, and even though it doesn't look like you're doing much there, but really you're doing a pile of stuff there. So yeah, we're going back into position here again, and that's me starting off. He kind of gives me a couple of good wee tips here about, like, obviously don't let any space, because if you give space away, you're going to be kind of vulnerable to opening up, for him to open up new moves, to choke me out or to get me into any locks. And as you can see, there's David over there. He's kind of just watching over me, and at the time he's giving me a wee bit of feedback on what kind of to do and stuff. I only met David there last week, funny enough. I was kind of telling him a wee bit that I'd done boxing and so forth, and he kind of just gave me a wee bit of like inspiration to start up something new. And I got talking to him a bit about BJJ. I wanted to try it out, and funny enough, he's very good at doing it, so he brought me up to the gym. Yeah, and that's as much as I kind of need to tell you about David. He's a great guy, and he's kind of got me into this now. So there we go again. There's me back in, struggling a lot. He's got his legs wrapped around me there. Well, this time I think I break free. There we go. Well, that was good. That was pretty decent. I enjoyed that. I felt good actually, although I didn't really say there, but I think I felt pretty good about getting that. getting out of that time because it gave me a wee bit more confidence. And that's us heading back in. And like most people that are more advanced obviously in BJJ will understand what's actually going on here. Like I'm not really sure about all the moves and the positions and stuff like that there, but it's a learning curve. That's the main thing you can take away from it. I'm always learning, and I'm always willing to learn something new. One thing that I did want to really talk about here was how challenging this really is. Like I said, although you don't really know what's going on here, like you might not think there's much going on there, but there's so many different wee fights going on. Like obviously I'm fighting to try to get his legs off me. I'm fighting him to get his hands off me. And it chokes me out again. See, fuck. But yeah, it was good there. So yeah, anyway, what I was saying was like there's so many different wee fights going on. It's kind of hard to sort of like figure out what actually to do. So yeah, I'm going to skip on to the next video here. So this is David showing me a wee bit of side control. As you can see here, he throws me over like a rag doll, but he was just kind of showing me a wee bit of the basics and what goes on when you're doing side control, and he's just kind of explaining the different kind of techniques involved in this motion and what goes on actually when you're in that position. So it's all good learning all the basics, and it's obviously going to stand by me in the long run. I'm going to end the video here pretty soon, but I just wanted to say that I'm definitely going to stick at this game. It challenged me massively, not only physically but mentally. Overcoming a lot of the puzzles and the different techniques is something that you have to be in the game a long time to do, which I really like. You know, it's not something that you're just going to be like, right, I can master that within, you know, a couple of months. This is going to be a game that you're going to constantly master, and you're overcome different things and get better at and improving. So I really like that idea that you never really just master it. You know, you can always get better at it and refine the game and refine your technique and so forth. So yeah, guys, listen up. If you want to check out my videos, you can obviously subscribe to my YouTube. You can check me out on Facebook, Instagram, and you can support me on Patreon if you're feeling like supportive towards my work and the things that I do. I'm going to try my best to make as much videos as I can. Like I said, starting off maybe vlogging once a week and see how things go. And if there's anything that you would like to see me try out or give a go, or if you have any knowledge on this kind of sport, BJJ, or know anyone that does, give me a shout. I would really appreciate it. And like I said before, guys, I'm always up for trying new things, and I absolutely loved this. For the first time trying it, I really enjoyed it. The teaching was class, and I would highly advise anyone to do it if they're just wanting to learn a wee bit of self-defense, or if they're maybe wanting to try something new out. Like me, I've been boxing for 10 years and I really wanted to just try something new out, and this here was absolutely perfect. It was right up my street, physically, mentally, and I'll be back at it, guys. So thanks for listening. I'll definitely be back at this and also vlogging, so make sure to check it out. I really do appreciate the support. Thank you.